primarily it documents the rise of William Wallace and his relationship with Robert Bruce.
And what is it about this version of events that might differ from any other versions of the story we might have heard before?
Because I'm hoping that I've written it well enough so that what we have here is them giving their lives back, really. They've been swallowed by the myth and legend for so long.
And is Robert the Bruce the focus of the story, or?
No, the ordinary people are the focus of the story. The hero is just a wee lord from the Lothians who's caught up in all of this, and there are other people who are caught up in all of this. It's not dealing with the lords and the knights and the high chivalric people. It's dealing with the wee small folk, as they're called, the ones who have to fight the battles and suffer the pain.
So why did you set it in the Lothians?
Because above all, the Lothians is the cockpit of war for Scotland in that era. It was the border. Berwick was an English town. The border was, I think, roughly the same place. But the March area, what they called them, Scottish March, was the Lothians. In fact, Patrick of Dunbar, the Lord of the March, did not become an adherent of the Scottish cause, as it were, until 1314, after Bannockburn kind of forced him to it. But a lot of the Lothian lords therefore had to break away from him and join the rebels, as it were.
Your hero, is he a fictitious character?
He is. I hope I've written him well enough so that people don't realise that at first, but he is a fictitious character, although where he comes from, a place called Herdmanston, is real enough, except it's a wee heap of stones in the middle of a muddy field in Lothian now. But it used to be a holding of Roslin, and it was a Sinclair holding of Roslin before Roslin had its famous chapel. The Knights Templar were in Scotland at the time, and of course there's this whole myth that grew up around the Knights Templars that at the time, 1307 was when they were being proscribed. They were counted as heretic, and all their holdings were being seized. The thing is that there's now this myth has grown up that Bruce somehow rescued them and became like head of the order and carried it on to the present day, which I find all very dubious, because the modern take on it by historians is that because this country was excommunicated, it was okay, every heretic in the world could come in and be welcome. Mm-hmm. Which is exactly not what Robert the Bruce wanted, because he was trying desperately to get the Pope's approval to be king. So the last thing he wanted to do was wave heretics at him. So my belief is that the Knights Templars here went same way as Knights Templars everywhere. You know, their holdings were seized like everywhere else. But in Scotland and Ireland, the Knights Templar commanderies, as they called, were really homes for the aged. They were like care homes for Templars, really. I don't think there were, any serious warfare taking place. Although it has to be said that the commander of the Scottish Temple and the commander of the English Temple both served in the army of Edward I at the Battle of Falkirk, and were notable as being the only two knightly characters who were slain.
So, you're already well known for the Oathsworn series. What can we expect from the development of the Kingdom series?
Hopefully more of the same that made the Oathsworn series such a success. More or less the gritty reality of warfare, the gritty reality of relationships rather than the romance. And the fact that, apart from and nobody's even sure about him, apart from the fact that the hero may well live for the length of the book, and Robert the Bruce certainly does, and all the ones that historically live, everyone else is up for grabs by death. I tend to kill characters off. I'm kind of well known for it, but no one is safe.